The Xero auto ranging digital sights were designed to solve the problem of getting the correct range at full draw on an animal that could be potentially moving, and then providing the exact pin per that range to take the shot. So traditional rangefinder, you hold it up to your eye, you get the range, the number says 37. If you've got a fixed pin sight and maybe you've got 20, 30, 40, 50 set up, you still have to do a little bit of gapping to shoot something that's 37 yards. With the Garmin, you're gonna get a pin that's gonna hit 37 yards exactly. So when you squeeze that range finding trigger, as soon as the reticle and the pin pop up and they're aligned together, that sight is ranging. And as soon as you let go, that will go away and that exact pin for that yardage will pop into the sight window. You have to have this rangefinder aligned to your eye so that you're looking at what the rangefinder is pointing at when you take the range. A huge benefit of that is it ensures that your form and your grip pressure and your face pressure is exactly the same each time you draw back to take a shot. I've had a lot of people tell me early on, they would say, well, I don't know what it is, but I just seem to shoot better with the Garmin. And we came to find out it's that getting into the habit of ranging, you get that circle and that dot lined up and you know everything about your form is exactly the same as it was when you set the bow up. And that's what makes somebody a really good archer, is the consistency of their form when they take the shot.
The evolution of the Garmin Xero sights has been amazing. What they've done with the A1i Pro allows you to do so many more things than our initial model that we had. It allows you to do fine tuning that we could never do before. It allows you to get so much data out of it that it's giving you the ability to become a better shot simply because it's going to help you correct a lot of your flaws.
With A1i Pro, we wanted to focus on more graphical instructions on the screen, and we walk you step by step through the process. So essentially what you'll do is you'll mount the sight to your bow, and you will set a primary pin, which we typically suggest that'll be your 20-yard pin. So you'll set that up using elevation and windage knobs on the sight, just like you would any other sight. And then you will adjust the rangefinder reticle to your eye. And then from there, you enter in your bow speed, you can enter in your sight length and your sight height if you so choose, and take a few shots, and we auto-calibrate the rest of the pin stack, and you're ready to go hunting.
So the micro adjustability on the A1i Pro is the ability to loosen a small Allen key and turn a dial to make adjustments. You can easily count clicks just like dialing in a rifle scope, just being able to turn those back and forth, make your adjustments as needed, and you're really good to go. One of the things I think is awesome about the A1i Pro is the quick detach feature. Being able to throw your bow in a case, take the sight off, travel and pop that sight right back on and get to shooting. There's no setup or no adjustments needed after removing and reattaching the sight.
One of my favorite things about the Garmin Xero A1i Pro, for instance, is the ability to set up multiple arrow configurations. By doing that, I've got at my fingertips, I can change what I'm using. So I like to hunt with micro diameter arrows. I've got them cut to a certain length. I know the weight of basically all of my arrows, and so I've got a pin stack built just for that. But for whatever reason, I want a heavier, different arrow. It's so easy to go in and build another profile, and it's just saved as that, whatever you want to name it, and then you've got the ability to just push a button and pick which arrow you're wanting, and you can build a lot of different arrow stacks in there for all kinds of different scenarios for, I mean, really, in my opinion, anything you're ever going to encounter or want to shoot. The durability of these sights is something that I have proven time and time again because I'm pretty hard on my equipment. That's, to me, proven that how durable it is. I banged them in the stands, I bounced them around, we, set them outside in the mud and the rain and the cold, and they've just performed flawlessly when it comes to the mechanical features of the unit. I mean, they are incredibly durable. I'm often asked, and I see a lot of comments about the battery power, what's going to happen when the battery dies? Well, I haven't changed the batteries in my A1i Pro in I don't know when, and I've hunted with that thing from cold to hot. I've hunted with it across the nation. I've taken it to Africa. I have done so many things under so many extreme conditions, shooting all the time in my backyard. I haven't had a battery issue.
What I really like about the A1i Pro is all of the features on board that really help you be a better shooter. It's kind of an onboard coach, if you will. your reticle alignment, making sure that that's aligned every single time. You really know as soon as you draw back. If you draw back and something is wrong with your form, you will know shooting this bow sight. It's just one of the most remarkable, accurate aiming solutions on the market.
We can help you become a better shot, give you that confidence, but we don't take the shot for you. There's still all the nerves you have to control, knowing when to shoot, knowing where to put the arrow, and sometimes you get it, and sometimes you don't, and that's with anything in life, and you know, you just got to learn from it and stay positive and move forward.
When we return, we'll put the Garmin Xero A1i Pro to work during a bow hunt in Kentucky for velvet whitetail. Let's join Scott Newby of Yamaha Outdoors in Kentucky during opening weekend of bow season as he is using the new Garmin Xero A1i Pro bow sight.
This year coming into it, I got a brand new bow, Blackout NV32, got the new Garmin sight on it as well, a whole new release. I mean, I feel like I'm coming in with a lot of confidence, just shooting so much better. And yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing at this point is just gonna be how things are gonna play out. Very unexpected. That was such a good deer. Just good mass to him, kind of like bladed in a sense. And man, it was like he just kind of went quartered away a little bit, and it was too tempting not to draw. Flung an arrow. It was a little hot, but I think I got lung, and definitely saw some blood when he went out in the woods right straight out there. Definitely going to give it time. So there's the arrow. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. We got some over here, all right. Whoo! Look at that. Oh, holy moly. This guy's a beast. Dude, man, he's just got a pretty coat, too. That is a cool rack. Man, that is too cool. Look at that. Oh. Another great Kentucky hunt. And this guy, thank you very much, sir, will be feeding my family.
When we return, we'll dive into the Garmin Xero technology that's available for crossbow hunters. Stay tuned.
In 2018, when we launched the A1i compound sight, the first questions we got was, will that work on a crossbow? So we immediately began taking customer requests and feedback in 2018 about how we do this for a crossbow, and we started that development. We wanted to basically bring the same type of, range, aim, shoot innovation to the crossbow space. But a real benefit that we have in, crossbows is if you're looking through the scope, we have a multicolor display in there, so we can display a lot more information graphically to the user.
The crossbow scope actually has 3.5 magnification while you're looking through it. It's going to work great in low light and super bright conditions to help you be able to range your target, acquire it, be confident in your aiming point. There's a lot of different custom settings that you can go in and build when you're out setting it up on the range, at your deer camp or wherever. The menu is very intuitive, it's very easy to use. You'll be able to dial it in very fast, and it's so durable. And the battery life on it, we change our batteries maybe once a year on the crossbow scope, use lithium batteries, and we've just never had it fail.
So with the crossbow scope, you've got a wired trigger that runs down the stock and can be mounted next to the actual trigger of the crossbow. And we also have a ranging trigger on top of the crossbow. You will depress the trigger and the scope will start to range. We realized that a lot of times people range way too long trying to make sure that they were hitting the right thing. And so with our software, we can determine if the rangefinder is getting the same returns from the target over and over again. We'll go into a target locked mode. And what that does is that gives you that confidence that, hey, that thing that you were trying to range, that is what you got, you are locked on. And then we present the pin to shoot. We have some other innovative features within the aiming procedure. We have a level that can sit to the left and right of the pin and tell you if you're canted one way or the other. And then we also have a feature called steady aim, which is a circle that grows or contracts as you stabilize the bow. So it can really help you focus on becoming a very stable, level shooter.
I feel like I'm a fighter jet pilot. You're ranging your target, you can see it ranging. Once it locks onto the target, it tells you it's locked. You then begin to see exactly where to aim, and when you pull the trigger, you've got supreme confidence that your accuracy is going to be perfect every time.
The X1i is really one of those scopes that you can take with you for generations of crossbows. You could own 5 different crossbows and move that thing from crossbow to crossbow. All you got to do is reset it, start from scratch, and you're set up in 20 minutes.
So the Xero A1 series and the Xero X1i crossbow scope series, they're designed with 2 things in mind. One is to help hunters be more ethical, and 2, to help hunters have more confidence. When you're confident in your abilities and you have the information you need to execute, you're going to perform better. What we can't control is hunter nerves or how the animal reacts to the shot or while the arrow's in the air, but we can at least reduce a couple variables that, in the past have plagued hunters.
After the break, we'll showcase the pinpoint precision of the Garmin Xero X1i crossbow scope as Wade hunts whitetail during the rut. As we conclude our episode on the Garmin Xero bow sight technology, we'll follow Wade into the stand as he is on a crossbow hunt during the middle of the whitetail rut.
Our setup is a 10-point nitro 505, and I've got a Garmin Xero on it. I've been a huge believer in the Xero technology, both in my compound bow and my crossbow. It eliminates any doubt of an aiming point. It just gives you a precise point of aim every time you're pulling the trigger. When you use technology to your advantage, some people are for it, some people aren't, and I'm not here to preach or push any one thing. I'm just here to show you what I like. And with the Xero technology, there's a lot of features in there that just simply, they make you better. And I'm not meaning that, the technology is going to help me kill a deer. It's going to help me fix mistakes that I didn't even know that I was making. Anchor points not hitting consistently on my compound bow. We all preach that. Not being level a lot of times. There's both of the crossbow and the compound bow sides. They help you with those types of things so that you're going to increase your accuracy, because every little bit helps. just climbed up in the stand. Did you see the brow tines on that deer? They go up and they go like this. It's so cool, both of them are turned. He's tall, he's chocolate. You can tell he's a little run down from the rut, but he's ours, baby, because we just smoked him. I mean, that was 19 yards. I mean, that's perfect. And I mean, the Nitro Xero combination. I mean, if you're a crossbow hunter, you want precision accuracy, this is the deal. Whew. Double lunged right there. That was awesome. Oh, pinpoint accuracy, baby. Oh, Jeff found it over here. He's not telling me where it's hidden. Oh, there it is. Looking for it laying the other way. Man, that is a lot of force to go that far. Go that fast through a deer. You can tell this one gonna be good to probably be used again. Got it right there. You can see a little bit of pinkness right there. I mean, that was a total pass through. We looking at the video and how he ran off, it was a pure double lung. I mean, this is gonna be one we'll be able to use again. We can actually turn the lighted knock off that fast, that easy. This one's in perfect shape. I like it. Right in there, starting to open up more. I think I see him. Yeah, you got him. Yep. I was like, they don't go very far with that shot. I'm gonna look 40 yards ahead, and there, I think I see white. Oh. This cool old tree too. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
He's getting better.
He's getting better. Love those brow tines on him. I mean, this one like goes and then goes and turns that way. This one just makes a turn the whole direction. Good mass. This is an older deer. Look at all that. He's probably run down 20, 30 pounds during the rut, covering ground. Golly.
That is awesome.
Great camera work on that one, buddy.
All of this technology is designed to make you a more ethical, more prepared, more successful hunter. But what it can't do is it can't control buck fever. It can't control your heart when it starts palpitating and jumping up and down. It can't control that breath rate that's going through. It can't, go practice for you to make you better. Those are things you've got to do. You've still got to spend the time out on the range practicing shooting in a lot of different positions and a lot of different setups. You've got to spend the time calibrating. You've got to spend the time dialing all of this in. But when you do that and you've practiced and you've prepared and you can control all of those factors that are human by nature, when it comes time to squeeze the trigger on your crossbow or tap that release on your compound bow, if you've controlled it all, I have a lot of confidence you're going to be happy with the results.
That'll do it for this episode. Be sure to check out our website and YouTube channel for more in-depth content. And we'll see you next time here on Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's Presents Deer Gear TV.